is it, the ultimate game in this college football season. Two teams that have battled through a long regular season, thrive in this 12-team playoff bracket, overcoming adversity along the way. And now, two teams battle for that gold championship trophy in the building here tonight. Which side will have their dreams come true? Welcome to Las Vegas, where dreams and fortunes can be made, and the site of this year's national championship game. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Tennessee Volunteers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it, this football season's ultimate game. Time to find out who's going to emerge as national champion. Game in college football, national championship at stake. Returner looking to make a play here. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the return ends with the man stepping out of bounds. Moving to a bunch formation. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Gonna run it. It's White. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Dropping back. It's Carr. He's hit just before the throw. And he's intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
The offensive coordinator's got to love this starting field position. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Lets it go quickly. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
I know this guy believes in his receivers, and I don't blame him. There's a lot of talent out there. But throwing into double coverage like that, that's how you throw picks.
Incomplete. So it's second down and 10. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. The sure hands, it's Matthews. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Fighting for yardage, the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. 4th down and 2 coming up to try to keep the drive going. Change the pre-snap look now. Trying for a 4th down completion. This will go incomplete and a turnover on downs.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8. Love
this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to pass. It's Carr. He escapes the pocket. Looking for a receiver deep middle. He's got it in the open. They get him down with a big gainer to the 42.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the RPO, caught to the right. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either the receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Running back grabs it on the screen. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield and rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Receiver in motion now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And moves the football to the 27 and a first down. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Back to throw. It's Carr. Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the catch downfield. Ball carrier tackled at the 2. A solid gain on that completion.
And I love that they continue to go back to this talented wide receiver. That's back-to-back plays with big gains, and it's not surprising. Like I said, the scouting report all week long, we heard about this guy's ability to make plays against this defense, and the quarterback and the receiver right now have a nice rhythm going.
So 2 big plays in a row. The defense is reeling here. Now it's first and goal. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Receiver makes the grab. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They strike first in this national title bout. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Staley. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Handoff here from the shotgun. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. To the air, it's Fifita. Looking for a deep completion. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Finally brought down after an explosive play for this offense. Big gain.
Well, this is what you would call a three-down back. Running backs that can run between the tackles, they can get outside, and they can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here, they have the benefit of having one of those kind of backs that can not just catch the ball, but once he gets his hands on the ball, he's got enough wiggle and speed to be able to get after a defense.
And looking to throw now on first down. Pulls it in. It's Matthews. They make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. First down to the 32. And the Volunteers pick up enough yardage for a first down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Moves out of the pocket. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Grab behind the line, it's Lewis. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Chris, it really looked to me like those linebackers in zone coverage had their eyes in the backfield looking at the quarterback. They lost the running back sneaking out on that angle route. And I thought the quarterback did a nice job of waiting, being patient, and then making a nice throw for a first down.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
From the shotgun, an inside handoff. Going absolutely nowhere for a loss of the play.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He lets it go on the move. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship through one quarter. Let's check out the game summary. They've flipped into the field. We're ready now for the second period. Here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Dropping back, it's Carr. Throws it to the right. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up 2nd down. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Will be sacked back at the 2-yard line.
Well, the offense tries to go with a play action to slow this defense down, but they weren't buying it. They applied the pressure and came up with a sack.
this a real challenge for the offense. Motion now from the tight end. He'll try to throw it again, backed up on 3rd and long. A deep shot to the right. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Look out, he's in the clear. Touchdown, Volunteers. The defense comes up huge in this championship game. Listen to the crowd. It's a takeaway and a touchdown, and this game is suddenly tied. What a moment in this championship game.
Yeah, just a sensational play by this defense right here. Their fingerprints are all over that. You can see it. They weren't content with just getting a stop or getting a turnover. They wanted to score, and they did.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And there's the point after. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. They'll try a pass here. Catch made in space, look out. They finally get him down, but this passing game has produced a chunk play.
That's a big-time play by this wide receiver from Notre Dame. You think about Notre Dame teams that have been able to get up into the national scene. They've always seemed to have a difference maker out on the perimeter, going way back to Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket, who is dynamic, most recently Chase Claypool. You got to have somebody out on the outside that can make plays to have a chance of winning these big games.
They get him down, but that's a solid game.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. It's a bootleg looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Larson. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Offense. Can he get there on the ground? And they get the conversion there. Set up now 1st down at the 38.
Nice 1st down run here by this running back. And these are the kind of situations on 3rd and short that you can gain a lot of momentum, or it can kill a drive and kill the confidence of an offense. Here they pick up the nice 1st down, which is great, new set of downs, but it also gives you a lot of confidence that you can wear that defense down psychologically.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Handoff to the single back. He eludes a tackle. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Movement here from the tight end. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. End zone ahead. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Irish.
Chris, how about the back here? He just gets behind that big offensive line, able to lead him into the end zone. Good patience, nice vision, but exceptional teamwork up front on this touchdown run.
And the PAT is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Staley. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Caught over the middle. It's Jefferson. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
With the catch, it's Lewis. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Back to throw. It's Fifita. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Across the 40. To make the tackle, but it's enough for a first down. Good call on that screen play. The Vols looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to throw yet again. Delivers quickly to the left side. That's caught. It's Matthews. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And now they run the draw play. He's past the marker and still going. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
I like how the offensive coordinator here is getting pretty creative. Defense is obviously expecting a pass, so he decides to catch him off guard and goes with the draw play. Going to have to be more aware of that going forward.
And they bring him down quickly, but that's a solid gain on the short throw.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated and get the ball in his hands, you do it.
They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. They finally make the tackle, but he's going to be first and goal from the 6. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Looking to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Vols. Who says you need explosive plays, Kurt? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this is national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. Be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. To pass. It's Carr. Looking to scramble. And he'll just get rid of it. Here's the second down play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Taking a deep shot here to the right. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Looking for his back. Makes the catch. It's White. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. The top strategy here.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Looking to throw it on first down. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. The quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Second down play coming up. Looking to throw. It's Carr. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking downfield. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Lights into the open. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
How about this, Chris? The safety reads the quarterback's eyes perfectly and saw the throw before it even happened. If you're the quarterback, that's why it's so important to look those safeties off so they can't break on your throws.
And now the handoff. Looking for the end zone, has a lane, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Carr. The receiver makes the catch. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Tries the right with a quick throw. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down.
The defense here went softer coverage, played some zone. I think the quarterback and the receiver recognized that. Good job of coming back to the football, and the quarterback put it right where it had to be for the first down.
On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and he cannot quite hold on down there in the end zone. Would have been a great pick. Instead, a third down play coming up.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. Knocks that one right down the middle. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Bringing it out, it's Staley. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. The passing game's been on fire. Let's see if the defense has made some changes to begin to slow it down. Play action here on first down. Zips it down the middle. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Just when we thought this game might be slipping away, these guys come right back down the field with a quick strike and a touchdown, and it's back to being a close game.
He knocked through the PAT to go up 28-17. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He steps out at the 20, tried to make something happen, but cost the offense 5 yards in field position. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Grab behind the line. It's Singleton. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, when you can rip off a huge gain like that on a touch pass, it forces the defense to be more cognizant of the pre-snap motion to the edges. Now the pre-snap motion calls should keep that second-level defenders guessing.
And the wideout goes in motion. On the run, it's White. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
That gain makes it 2nd and medium. play fake. He'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Looking to throw. It's Carr. Caught by the receiver. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He finds his man. They get him down pretty quickly, but it's a solid gain in that short throw.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
Still down by double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And they heave it deep downfield. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. So 2nd down and 10 now from the 43 after the incompletion. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Dropping back, it's Fifita. On the move now. Fights through a tackle. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Lewis. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
You know, with the lead in the national championship in the second half, there are a lot of offensive coordinators around the country that would be more conservative, run the ball, keep the clock moving. I love the fact that this offensive coordinator takes a chance here, throws the football, shows the confidence he has in a quarterback, and it really pays off for him.
On the ground, it's Lewis. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
important second down play coming up. Looking to throw here. Fires it to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Staley. And finally tackling down at the 2-yard line. What a play on that completion.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
And the Vols looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. First play of the drive now, set up at the 24. To the air, it's Carr. Over the middle and incomplete.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Running out of time in the pocket. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
When this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance, he gets out of the pressure off to his right. But man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. They keep it going. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Fights through the tackle. Touchdown, Tennessee. They continue to roll up the score. Another touchdown strike. You win national championships with elite quarterback play. And, Kirk, this guy's putting on a show.
I mean, this is a national championship. You imagine having this kind of performance? This is something that we'll always remember. Right now, this defense is overmatched with his ability to throw the ball and the receiver's jobs of running routes. Everything's in sync right now.
And he's going to bring it out from his own end zone. And the tackle is made in what's going to be the final play of this period. The Curtains, Tennessee on top as we take a break for the quarter. So 3 quarters complete in this battle to crown a national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the game summary so far. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Back to pass. It's Carr. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Aggressive ball, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
They fail to connect downfield again, and time is a major factor now here in the fourth quarter with the deficit being this big. Just not much working for this offense today.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Throws it to the right. And the pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to.
It's just so hard in these late game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He escapes the pocket. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Boy, this defensive plan has been masterful today for this defensive coordinator. Good job of attacking the quarterback, whether he's inside the pocket, chasing him to the outside. And on the back end, they are locked into tight coverage, not giving his quarterback any options at all. It's no wonder they're winning by so much here in the fourth quarter.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. He's running out of time here. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge 4th down stop.
It's just not a smart decision, in my opinion, here to go for it on 4th down. And, Chris, I know we're kind of in this era now of analytics and when to go for it, when not to. People are aggressive by nature, but to go for it inside your own 20-yard line, the defense lined up, did what they had to do. They get the ball, and now look at the field position that they have.
Now it's 2nd down here. Takes off in a bootleg. Gets rid of it on the move. Grab near the sticks. It's Harrison. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
49, Notre Dame, 17.
And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Ball headed to the running back, and the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Good job by the defense forcing this pitch to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands. The problem is they gave up some positive yards there, but at least they brought him down.
Toss it to the back, running left. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Love the call here to get the ball to the edge, give it to a talented, skilled player where he can get to the outside, find some room, and get a first down.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the single back takes the handoff. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid game.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. They'll try the option play here. Looks like Notre Dame will have the first down.
Well, it wasn't necessarily pretty or a game changer, but those option plays are sometimes best used to just get enough to just get a first down. I think that was the thinking on this last play. The defense has to be more aware in these kind of situations.
Under pressure, just lets it go.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime, get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play, force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Moves out of the pocket. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
They bring the punter onto the field now. It's a fake. Looking to throw. Quick throw to the left side. This one falls incomplete. The fake does not work. Gamble does not work at all. The punter showing why he's not the quarterback.
What a bold call here by this head coach. I thought they might get it. It was a pretty good throw, but a nice job by the return team keeping him short in the first down.
He breaks free. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. Here we go now, 3rd and short from the opponent's 24-yard line. What will the offense choose to do at this point? They're going to run it here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
It's no good. That's just a minor blip there, what's been a thoroughly one-sided dominance.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
And here's that wrinkle. The Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Now when he's getting boxed in, the defense not at all fooled by the Wildcat look.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
He'll pitch it. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
Oh, and he's going backwards. The Wildcat look did not fool this defense at all. Punt team ready to boot it away. I doubt they'll try another fake here. Pass earlier just did not work. It's a fake, looking for an open man. And the pass is caught off the fake, but can he get there? And he's out of bounds here on